Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, in today's video, as we continue the series on mastering Docker files, we're going to look at how to optimize a Docker file by attaching a cache mount. Okay, so as we started last week, I have the 5 parts of the series that we've done so far: the intro Docker file, the multi-stage, the build targets, the cached layer Docker file, and parallelism. Okay, so we've been building on our Docker file since we started with the basic one up to this point. So each stage is a build up. Now on our 6th stage is where we talk about adding cache mounts to our Docker file. But before we start, I have my directory here for the cache mounts Docker file, but it's empty. Okay, so if I ls 06, that it's empty. And so I'm gonna copy recursively and with files and folders or directories inclusive from the previous stage, which is the build targets. I'm copying everything into the new directory. This. Now when I ls this, you see that now I have files in here. Okay, so I'm gonna cd into our new directory for cache mounts, and these are all the files in there. Now of course our main focus is on the Docker file, which is this file right here. So let's enter the Docker file with the vim editor. Why do we need cache mount in Docker files? Now the reason is because cache mount lets you specify a persistent package cache to be used during your Docker builds. It speeds up the build steps, especially for steps that involve installing packages using a package manager. Okay, so for our application, which is a Go application, our package manager that we are using currently is the Go package. You see the Go mod, see the Go sum. To add a cache mount to a Docker file, we can do that on the command line when we are running Docker build by adding a flag --mount, and we will indicate the type of mount it is, because there are 2 different types of mounts, at least for now. We have the cache mount, and then we have the bind mount. Okay, so we specify the flag mount, the type, and then the target path. We're gonna attach the the cache mounts to each of the package managers. Okay, now I'm gonna do this especially for the package managers where we are running the run command. So right there, you do that, and then we will attach it here. Okay, we attach it to this command as well. So we are doing it in 3 different places. So let's see how we are going to do it. So I'm going to make this editable, and then in this run command, instead of run go mod download, I'm going to do run --mount. Remember I mentioned earlier, that's how you attach it, a cache mount equals, and then you specify the type, another equals. This is a cache mount, so you specify it as cache. Right, then comma, you specify the target. So if you are attaching a cache mount to a container, you have to specify the location where the cache is going to be mounted. Now for that, you need to do a little research. So on our browser, let's find out where the Go module has its cache location. Okay, because remember our package manager is for Go, and the application is also a Go package, or uses Go package to build it. So you need to do that for Go, and so this is exactly the path where Go stores its cache mount. Okay, now sometimes this Go path is not specified, and so you can go with this. It's not that different. The only different thing here is your home directory, and then inside the Go directory you have the pkg/mod. Okay, now in our application we've set our working directory, okay, and the container is going to be running in a home directory. So our target is going to be just the Go pkg mod, and you can clearly see, let me pull this aside a little bit, you can clearly see that it's coming from this part up to that end. Okay, that's where you get the target from. Okay, and then we go on to do our normal commands: go mod, download, do -x. Okay, so I'm going to do similar for the client server. Okay, that looks good. And then the next run command is this one for the server. I'll paste it here. Everything looks good. Okay, so we fully edited our run commands. That downloads our package manager for building our Go application, and so let's save this. Before we run our Docker build command, there's one command that it's useful to run. I mean, it's our first run after attaching the cache mounts to the container, but it's still good to run so that you have a clean slate when building the application. Okay, so we're gonna run docker builder prune -af. Okay, that's good. It's cleared, so it's 0, it's empty. Before we run a Docker build, let's check Docker images first. So I have these two. I'm gonna build the client, the build me client again. So currently it's 8.1 megabyte. Okay, so I'm gonna remove that. So Docker RMI, then I'll remove that. If I run Docker images, you see that the client one is gone. Okay, so let's now build our Docker. So Docker build target is the client dot. There is an issue here. Okay, I believe it's the space that is between this comma and the target. Alright, let's go back to the Docker file. I'm gonna remove that space. I think the space does not need to be there. Clear all those gaps. And now save it. Then let's try building our image one more time. Good. Okay, so we've successfully built our new image, so Docker images. Good. See, I forgot to add I forgot to attach a name for the image, but you can tell that this is the new Docker image that's been built. It's only 8 seconds ago. Okay, so this is an easy way of using cache mounts when you are building Docker files. Okay, it really helps to attach a cache mount to your container such that you don't always have to be downloading and installing packages. Okay, again, as I mentioned earlier, this is mostly important when for the steps involving installing packages that uses a package manager. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe, and also share this video. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.